Do you have some celery in your fridge that is getting old and you really don't want to waste it, but you're not sure what to do with it? It's time to freeze it. Freezing celery is great because it's so good for mirepoix in soups and stews, and you can just grab it out of the freezer and throw it in when you're ready to use it. So I've chopped some celery up here. This is from the celery from my knife skills videos that I did, so it's not perfectly even or anything like that. I kind of had to just get it all as even as I possibly could. If you're unsure how to chop your celery, I do have videos. There's ways to dice it, ways to do it for stir fry. Either of those will work for freezing, but I think the most practical way to use frozen celery is to throw it in a soup. So what I'm gonna do today is just throw this in a quart-sized freezer bag. Now, if you have a lot of celery, you can definitely use a gallon-sized bag, but I just had a little bit left in there that I didn't want to waste. So I'm gonna put this in here. And what you want to do when you freeze celery or onions is you want to freeze it as flat as possible and kind of not in a big clump. I have a little more celery to chop and then I'll show you more. I chopped a little bit more, and you can see right now there's still some air in the bag. We want to get as much air out as possible because the less air, the less chance there is for ice crystals to form on the celery. So it's not going to be perfect, but just do your best. That's a bit better. Now I'm just going to write on here. And we're gonna go ahead and place this flat in the freezer. Now, if you have a vacuum sealer, that can be a better way to do this because it can suck out all the air, but not everyone has that. So this is a great alternative way to do it. And I think it's a little easier to freeze it flat like this. So here I have it on top of a box in the freezer, and we're just going to let that completely freeze. So here I am a few hours later, and you can see my celery is pretty much frozen. But because we did it so flat, it is still pretty like loose. Probably as time goes on, it'll get harder. But what I like to do with this is just break off a piece anytime I need some. With this, I might just use the whole thing because there's not much, but if you did it in a gallon-sized bag, you can easily just break off a piece and throw it in your hot oil to get soft with the onions and carrots. Now, one other thing you can do with the celery that I forgot to mention is you can flash freeze it. So this takes just an extra step, which is why I like to do it the way I showed in this video. But to flash freeze it, you take like a baking sheet, you put parchment on it, and then you lay out your cut celery in one layer, and then you stick it in the freezer, let it get frozen, and then transfer it to a Ziploc bag. So this way it would be more like crumbly, like it'd all be separate and you could easily just take out a scoop. Whereas in the Ziploc, how I do it, it will get more hard and it'll be like I'm breaking off a piece. Either way works just fine, but it's very nice to have that celery in the freezer. So I hope this helps you with your cooking journey, and if you're a mom like me who not only loves to cook for your family, but to learn lots of new things about cooking, make sure to come subscribe to my channel. I'd love to see you there.